This has been our argument all along, that our origin of any of our ancient civilizations dates much further back into our distant past than what we're being told.
And that these civilizations all over the world are more connected.
Right.
But archaeologists were saying they had no contact.
Right.
But now in South America, they're proving that's completely wrong. And all of these cultures in South America, into the highlands, into the jungle, all along the coast, they're all connected. And we have all the geoglyphs all over South America.
Right.
And of course, Nazca's so famous for its geoglyphs, but Caral has the oldest.
The Nazca Lines present one of Peru's greatest mysteries. Hundreds of massive designs carved into the desert floor, created on a scale to only be understood from high above the earth. It is estimated that the earliest of these lines, called geoglyphs, were made around 500 BC. But in the year 2000, while excavating Caral, archaeologists discovered a geoglyph that they believe dates to the same period as the ancient city itself, which would make it, by far, the oldest geoglyph ever found in Peru. Its shape is nearly impossible to discern from the ground, but when viewed from the sky, the profile of a face is clearly recognizable.
The geoglyph face is constructed of stones laid out to create the figure itself. Has its mouth open, it's looking towards one direction, and also it has what looks like it's kind of wavy hair, although this could actually be blood spurting out of its head. The Caral geoglyph is the oldest known in Peru or Bolivia. It's at least 2,000 years older than Nazca, maybe more. And so it does suggest this was the forerunner to all the Nazca geoglyphs, and this may have even influenced the Nazca civilization.
So all of this, again, seems to suggest a commonality, what I might call a super complex of civilizations. So not just one civilization in isolation, but a number of related civilizations that cover a very long period in time and go back to a very remote period, ultimately.
But yeah, you have to wonder about the geoglyph at Caral, because the geoglyphs at Nazca are obviously meant to be seen from the air,
right,
by the gods.
Right.
So you would think the geoglyph at Caral, has the same meaning.
And I've seen, too, where Viracocha supposedly told the Nazca people to make those lines.
That's one of the legends. I also think maybe this is a type of calling card. And there are other geoglyphs around the world that correspond with each other, because you have these lines, these figures, these, things wanting to communicate with the celestial realm. And you have to wonder why, because coincidence no longer holds water.
Right.
When the Nazca Lines were first discovered in 1927, they were considered a unique phenomenon. But in recent years, with the benefit of satellite imagery, thousands of ancient geoglyphs are being found not just in South America, but all over the world. In Asia, the Middle East, Africa, North America, and even Europe.
The fact of the matter is that we have geoglyphs worldwide. And so you have to wonder why. The idea in the ancient astronaut theory is fairly simple, and that is that our ancestors, regardless of ancient cultures, they were visited by the same teachers.
There's another famous glyph farther south from Nazca in northern Chile called the Atacama Giant. Right. And it's actually the largest of all the geoglyphs in South America. And he, too, seems to be holding a staff and has an animal with him.
Yeah, he's like this, kind of.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Perhaps he's also a depiction of Viracocha.
To me, the most important thing about all of this is that the structures at Caral correspond with the constellation of the Pleiades.
That's right.